Okay, so here we are. That's good. I like it. Got some problems. Got some real problems. Then on the other hand, if I don't prepare now, I could get fucked later. On the 20th, SSI decided to call me and give me what's called a CDR. Now here's the thing. I went to Ticket to Work, and I said I want to work, try to find work or get a job, and when I do find a job, I'll report to you, blah, blah, blah. They told me a bunch of bullshit. The vocational rehab that I went to denied having any association whatsoever with Social Security. But Social Security wants them as a, sponsor or whatever. I closed my case about less than a month into getting my job. So all the time I was working from November to June 28th when I quit or stopped working. I didn't know that they had actually, I thought I was still on Ticket to Work. So I get a CDR from SSA, not my SSI, but SSA, asking me a bunch of questions, and all this other stuff. And I thought, well, wait a minute, I was supposed to be on Ticket to Work here, Found out just before I, left the job, basically. But since I was supposed to report to them income every month, like a little puppy or something, I did actually get the information that I needed from not only my bank as far as payments are concerned, each and every one of them. And according to SSI, SSA, I'm only supposed to make a certain amount, and I've made above that amount. And so all the records are right here, as well as a reference letter from the company themselves. The reason I had to leave is because my leg was hurting. Other things were happening. I was having problems with other stuff. Blah, blah, blah. On and on and on. And they were starting to distress me. Plus, I was doing the job on the weekends, and there were no leads there. So here I am doing their job on top of the bullshit that I'm supposed to do. So I'm having to answer calls, all this other stuff. Fairly easy job, just basically getting, boxes and throwing them away every day. Taking them back to the conveyor belt or whatever. This may lead me to getting docked or losing my benefits from SSA. which I'm basically expecting because they'll give me 2 months notice when my actual benefits are going to quit. But the thing is, now I'm going to have to plan right now to, starting today or tomorrow, as of this video post on Facebook or YouTube or wherever, that I'm not going to leave that behind so easy. I'm not going out with a fight. Because maybe I shouldn't have quit the job, but I didn't know this stuff in the first place. Especially with Ticket to Work. I thought it was okay with them, and now they get this CDR. And he started asking me a whole bunch of questions, blah, 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 blah. And he got the information out of me. Maybe I should have lied and said, no, I haven't worked. Well, they would have found out anyway because I told Ticket to Work about the job thing. But vocational rehab, when I went there the first time, they acted like, they didn't have any affiliation with Social Security, and they kept denying it and denying it. These women, running this place or whatever, they helped me get the job, but I told them, hey, I got a Ticket to Work here, I gotta have you guys do this and that, so that they know that the case is still open here, or whatever, No, nothing. Got nothing from them. They pretty much, didn't do what they were supposed to do as far as a Social Security Administration. They have no connection whatsoever with them. How am I supposed to, do this and that? Especially when I thought I was still on the Ticket to Work program, working all that time. And, the bosses there, they started acting weird. You go to a little town, nobody knows you, and then all of a sudden they start knowing you. Well, that's the way it was pretty much on the job. But this time, they distressed me so much that I just said, fuck it, I can go back to SSI. Well, then SSA calls me and says, hey, blah, 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 like, they're mafia or something, run you off the road if you do something wrong, or you breathe wrong, or your hair falls out or something. So here's what I'm going to do. Plan of action. I can't wait till the last split second. And so they'll say, oh, you're cut off, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I was hoping I could depend on them, but I guess I can't, because they could dock me. And if they do dock me, that's fine too. But I'm going to start looking for work again. And then I got to cut the beard and all that other stuff. But some of these places, like in some of the staffing places, they want you to do a math test. I'm not good on math, so you can't calculate it here, or cheat or anything like that, like you're in school or something, little bitch. But I can't let everything that I'm doing here now, especially with the comic books I've been talking about and getting them to Amazon FBA, be destroyed, as well as my life be destroyed, because they want to make a decision against me because I didn't do something right with their fucking ass. Whatever, man, I mean, I could call, a couple people and say a little bit of shit here and there, and I could have a new job. I don't have to go wait till the last split second and then go somewhere I don't have to go. It's hotter than shit out right now, but I'm going to have to get off my ass and start looking for another job. Cut my beard and go out there to look. Well, first I'm going to get online and look for places where I can go to look for work. Hopefully I can get a job in the same field that I was in before, which is pretty easy. But as far as working for, big facility, running back and forth and listening to Latinos all the fucking time, and I don't understand a fucking word they're saying, and I get the feeling from them that they're trying to bump off Caucasian people because that's a known fact. They got a conspiracy running to bump off people. And when it's all Latinos, it's even more scarier. It's like, I'm the only Caucasian person there. No, there was one other guy that came in, but which reminds me, maybe I could work at that place, but I'm going to start looking again for work. I might just say fuck SSI, and I don't have to depend on them. You know, there is work out there. There is jobs out there. I'm not on the street yet, or hopefully I won't be, and I could start looking for positions probably that will help me. I don't like having to depend on this shit. It makes me irritated. It makes me irritated as hell because I was destitute for a long time, and I'm not going to go through it again. So I'm going to take steps now so that in the event that does occur, I'll be secure enough to say, hey, I don't need your ass, bitch. Because being on the income, it ruins your life. You can't do much. You have to wait month to month, you know. That's where general assistance comes in. But this is special assistance. Okay, they determine whether you're disabled, and the forced-backed ego justice of work is another problem. You know, but I've got the comic books already done. It would have taken me 2 years to do if I'd done it that way. But I got enough books here I can start sending them into Amazon FBA. But that's going to be put on hold until I can get another job. Because if I don't get another job, I'm going to fuck myself in the ass. Just waiting around, you know. Well, I got to wait for them. I got to wait for this. Got to wait for that. And they'll give me 2 months and I'm fucked. And guess where I am? Back at zero. And guess what that leads to? That leads to the street. They don't give a shit, motherfuckers. You know, whether you're disabled or not, and they fuck you in the ass. Sorry to say it, but that's what they do. Well, you messed up with us. You breathed on them, so you're fucked in the ass. You know. I hate to say it, but there's too many instances of people being screwed and their lives being ruined because of subsidiary income. You know, you could be on it for a while and then say, oh, well, I messed up. You know, well, I did mess up. I messed up my own accord because I basically did it myself, but it was a suggestion from another lead that did it. You know, they were kind of jumping on my ass anyway about shit. So, I'm going to start looking for another work. So that just in case this happens, I don't have to worry about it. And there's jobs out there, you know. But I'm just hoping that I don't run into assholes, you know, on the job that are assholes, you know. But you might find that anyway. So that's the story, you know. Because now I'm getting real, you know, things about, well, this could happen, that happened, you know, I could lose it all, and the next thing I know, but that isn't, even if I had lost it, I could go to general assistance and say, hey, I need some money, and, you know, or tell the truth to them, or lie to them, and be on the street in fucking shelters with a whole bunch of fucking nutballs, people with lice and got mental problems and violent problems and all this other stuff, and getting into that stuff in the middle of the winter, it's going to be difficult. So that's it. That's what I'm going to have to do. Everything's put on hold right now. There'll be no more videos. I will write you if you need me to write you or call me or whatever. I know a couple people that are certain friends and connections, and if they contact me, then it's fine. But it's over. You know, either I work or I die. Slave labor!